Hi and welcome back to Picket Fans YouTube channel. My name is Emily, and in this video I will share a technique with you that I recently were reminded about when I watched a video that Jennifer McGuire created. So in her video she created cards using die cuts and sort of getting the look of an embossing folder. And that is what I will share with you today as well, but I will step it up and also use some toner foils on top of it. So you can see here I'm stacking a couple of die cuts. This is the new garden topper die, and I used a smooth cardstock for my top part there and 3 layers for my down part, if that makes sense. So I used 3 layers of paper here stacked together. Then I will wet my paper and run the paper through with a die cut, and I'm using the settings for embossing. You can look at your machine to get all the settings right. I have a C6 machine, so I'm using the instruction for that, and you can see how much of an impression this die cut really made, and I covered it with some ink so you really can see how deep that is, and that you can also get all of those small lines. Here is a second panel that I created. This is out of some light blue cardstock, and on top of it I will use some liquid glue. This is from Nuvo and it has a really wide tip, and then I will take, after I have done this, I will show it once more. After I have taken the glue and covered the raised up parts on this, I will take the foil and just press it on top, and it will stick to the adhesive, and then you will have a really fun look. You can do this carefully and get a lot of good coverage. You can be more careful than I was when I applied the glue, but I was going for sort of this messy look, and it's something I haven't done in a while. I love my clean cards, but this was sort of more like feel mixed media if you like, but you can see that the adhesive really grabs onto the foil. You can press it down with a bone folder or something else. You can just have whatever you have in your stash to press this down, and it will only stick to the parts that you dry embossed. So it's really fun. You can see there I wasn't happy with the result. I went back a little bit harder. You can also go over this with some more liquid glue if there is some parts that didn't get any adhesive at all. But you can see these leaves also get the texture from the dye, so I didn't want that to be sort of all in. I wanted the textures to be there as well, so I didn't want to cover it entirely with glue. But I hope you get an idea of how fun this is, and that you can experiment with dyes that you already have and the foil from Picket Fans and see what looks you can create. I had a lot of fun, and I know that I will be back with more cards looking like this, because it was really sort of exciting to reveal the results that you get. I will share this one more so you can see I'm taking the liquid glue on top of my image, and I'm trying to have it straight down. If you don't have sort of a wide tip, you can use liquid glue and maybe something to have it on, maybe like, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say a paper pouncer because I think they will be ruined after using them with liquid glue, but something similar that you might have in the kitchen, or yeah, whatever. You can look what you have at home. Just something to spread the liquid glue evenly throughout the paper without touching the lower parts. And then you can do the same thing. I love this foil. It's the Blue Star. It's one of my favorites from Picket Fans, and it just is gorgeous with this light blue paper that we have in the background. And the stars are really shiny, and my camera is sort of freaking out with all of the stars here. But yeah, it was so much fun. You can see how beautiful that turned out. And to pair this, I am using some bees. These are the Happy Bumblebee family. They were released last month, and I'm just taking some cardstock and pressing it down to the back side so they will not be see-through, and I will do the same to the wings. and I'm using some yellow paper that I just colored the upper part so I get some shadows in the lower part. And here I'm just taking a piece of vellum and my Copic markers and just spreading out some colors. Once more some liquid glue, and then I will press it down and just cut around my image. You can do it before or after you have pressed this down to the vellum, depending on what you feel is most easy for you. And then I raised up my panels on top of some white card bases, and I paired it with some sentiments that I also raised up with to be double covers, or double the height weight, with some more paper to the back. And these are from the Hi, Hey, Hello, Howdy word die set. So here you can see how it looks. I also splattered it with some splatters from Picket fence, and I think that also tied everything in with a messy look of our wild garden topper there, the wild flowers down on our background. Yeah, so that pretty much finished off these cards. I hope you got inspired to try out this technique and maybe see what you have in your stash that you can use and get some different, some similar looks that I got here. And if you got inspired by this, please leave us a comment down below and maybe considering subscribing to our channel. And until next time, have a great day. Bye!